Hey guys, it's Shawn Ziem, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor. Another connection conversation show where I bring on a guest, we provide some value. We hope that you take and you actually implement. A couple housekeeping. If you're watching live, drop a hashtag live. If you're on the replay, hashtag replay. If you have questions throughout, please drop that in those comments box. Please, please, please. And also, so we know you're alive, drop a favorite emoji every once in a while so we can see and know that you're there. Don't forget, I want to make sure each and every one of you follow and last but not least, make sure a sponsor I have for my podcast is Got Backup. If you have Google Drives, Dropbox, iCloud, you pay a lot of money and they don't give you any referral fees. This company is based in actually in Texas. So you get 6 terabytes of storage for your phone, your computer, up to 6 separate accounts for $9.97 per month. An excellent service. And also, you can actually have a side hustle, side business, at-home business, what have you. If you want to learn more, take a look at the description and we'll get you on board. Without further ado, let me bring on my next guest. We get this all queued up. We have Hikmat. What's going on, man? How are you?
Juan, fantastic. Thank you so much for having me, sir.
Hold on one second. This is what happens when I'm at home. I got my daughter who wants to change up what she's doing while we're doing it live. But before I even get into it, when I'm setting this up, who are you and what do you do?
Thank you. Those are awesome questions. So Hikmat Sabeh, real estate attorney. That's pretty much all I've been doing since I started my practice back in 2015. And almost all facets of real estate. Landlord-tenant work, both representing landlords or tenants in lease drafting, negotiations, evictions, eviction defense, and acquisitions. So buying properties, selling properties. So we go with the market. Market is great. We do great. Market isn't so great. We don't do so great. But that's really what we've been doing for the past 10 years, and I love it very much.
We've had some, the market has been changing. You know, some people are successful at the moment. Some people are trying to figure out how to make things happen. But in reality, what I've seen in the real estate world, nothing really changed. It's just how you communicate. That's really what the missing piece is. And I think people think about that, start communicating properly, you'll be able to make the same money you had before or more.
Communication is huge. Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely something to keep in mind. Now, we've known each other for a while. I think we even met up a couple of times, maybe an event or two.
I do remember. A few breakfasts, a few lunch and learns.
Yes. And also we wanted to bring some more value to those that are out there and have you come on and collaborate, because I know how important this is. And besides even business, I wanted to talk about other things. That's what people understand. It gets boring if we just talk about insurance or being a lawyer and all that stuff and contracts. But what really, comes down to is the whys that we all have. And we were talking before we went live, and I want you to talk about your whys.
Yeah, of course. Why I do what I do? I'm a people person. I really do like to deal with people on a daily basis. And not everyone is like that. Some people like to clock into the office, do whatever work they need to do on their computer, log out, and then that's really the end of their workday. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. We need people like that who are introverted and very independent in their work. My personality, I do like to speak with people, hear what they have to say, hear the passion and the emotion in their voice, so I could really understand what their needs are and how I or anyone I know could help that person achieve whatever goals they have, both professional or personal, in their life. So that's my big why, and that's a big part of how I structure my office, is to keep constant communication with people on a daily basis, and not just get lost in the work or the substance of it.
But also, you're married and have kids.
Absolutely, absolutely. A
With
beautiful wife
that,
of
how
10
has that
years.
how
Yeah,
has that changed you as far as being a dad? I know a lot of people out there, we'll talk about dads.
yeah,
Some people don't step up. They kind of like, oh man, I got someone pregnant. I just they bounce, or maybe they get divorced, or they don't see their kids. But
yeah.
I enjoy having and being a dad, and it has changed me for the better, and has helped me be more driven. How has it changed you?
That's a huge question, and I love being asked about my family. And I really feel complete after being married and after having children. Children really provide a fresh and authentic perspective on how the world operates. They're very honest. So, whether you have kids or not, everyone knows children are honest, they're innocent. And it's really refreshing just having conversations with them and hearing how they see certain people, certain scenarios, certain events, and I learn from that. I know as a dad, I'm supposed to be the one doing the teaching, and I think I do. I think I do a lot of the teaching, for the most part. But sometimes, because of their just very simple um, but valuable perspective that they have, I learn from them as well.
Yep.
And I value that every day.
I 100% agree. It allows you to step back, observe them, and see through their eyes the world.
Yeah.
And we forget, people are always about trying to build business, make money, not be around their kids. I want to be around my kids as much as possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit
I'm
of
with you on that.
a little bit of a delay. It looks like my video for some odd reason today. Are you getting a little delay on my end?
I'm hearing you and seeing you okay so far.
Okay. I
Yeah.
thought it looks like a little delay. Might be on
Yeah.
my end. But when you are, in the moment with your kids, guys, it's important to, step back, watch them, observe them. I like my kids are young. They're starting to read. My one is in kindergarten. One is she's almost 4, and she wasn't talking last year, and now is talking like a mile in a minute. And we're like, oh my God, Liv, can you stop? And I have my
Yeah.
son who's 2, who wasn't walking, now walks, and it's just making a mess of things. But it's
Yeah,
fun to watch
their
them together.
milestones are your
Yeah.
milestones.
Yep.
So they bring that joy and sense of accomplishment to the household.
My wife was upset the other day because my son turned 2. She's like, that's the last one that we're gonna have that
Yeah.
it was 1. And I'm like, yeah. But I'm like, look, but we get to see and experience those milestones
Yeah.
for the next number of years, which is amazing to
Yeah.
be a part of.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we're growing with them. They're growing
Yes.
and we're growing with them as individuals and as their parents, because we're theoretically we're the ones that's pushing them and supporting them to achieve those milestones.
And to go hand in hand with that, that's what made me a reason to get in shape, so that I can stay alive, I can stay
Yeah.
active, I can stay, energetic, but I also want to be able to beat them in all the games that we play as they grow up.
You have a few more years on that.
Yeah. So I think health is important, but you brought up something, and I agree with it. And can you share why you're very passionate about keeping yourself fit, in shape, etc.?
Living long is important. I get that. And honestly, in America, we don't have a quantity of life problem. I think our average life expectancy is somewhere near the 80s. So we're living long. We definitely have a quality of life problem. And it's just the small stuff, being able to walk for a long time, going upstairs, carrying the kids, carrying bags, having a conversation without getting winded. That's really what it's about. It's about living a life where we're not dependent on any type of supplements or medications. Like, we are just using what God gave us to be healthy and to live every day and have valuable moments with everyone around us, both at work and at home. So it has to be seen as a requirement. The gym could no longer be optional. Physical health, mental health, that stuff really has to be treated like, food you need every day, going to work, in and out of the office every day, and sleep. It has to be bundled up with those daily requirements of life. So I live by that.
Yeah, I definitely think that, having that mindset, having the stress, I use the working out and lifting weights and, for that stress relief. Like some people are into alcohol, drugs. I don't want to go down that path. Do I have a
Yeah.
couple of drinks here and there? Sure. But I'm
Yeah.
not, I don't need it. But I also
Right.
need to move, need to be active, need to
Yeah.
be an example for our kids, because if we're not an example, I don't want them being overweight. If dad's overweight, they're going to be overweight.
Yeah.
So it's important to
Absolutely.
keep that mentorship, being an example for that family. Um, this is something that I haven't really talked about much, because a lot of people I found in South Jersey talk about real estate now
Yeah.
with attorneys or title companies, and a lot of people down in South Jersey, they're using title companies, and I think they're putting themselves at risk a little bit. Can it be done? Sure. Does it happen? Yeah. But I
Yeah.
think having an attorney in your corner is the way to go. Can
Yeah.
you kind of piggyback off of that and give us some points of what an attorney will bring to the table?
An attorney is on your side and only your side. We're not interested in pushing the deal through. We're not interested in getting, a huge, commission check at the end of this. We are interested only in what the buyer or seller wants to achieve in this transaction. The title company's responsibility is to, do a search on the property, check for easements, judgments, levies, and provide coverage on the land. And that's it. They should not, by law, give you any guidance or advice on anything you're signing that has any legal consequences or obligations to it. And if you're buying or selling a property, even at 100,000, which as if that even exists nowadays, your legal fee might not even be 1% of that acquisition, but it's going to protect at the least that amount.
Right.
And it could be much more. I mean, you could buy a property that has hundreds of thousands of dollars of judgments or levies on it, even though it's only worth $100,000. And we're here to guide you on that. So it's a tiny investment compared to how much someone is either buying or selling in that particular transaction.
Communication is key. And if you want to be building a relationship, if you're one that's going to be buying and selling real estate,
Yeah.
you need somebody that you can count on to be in your corner, to review docs, to make sure things are, cross the T's, dot the I's, to make sure
Yeah.
everything's in order. And part of a team, that's what it is. You always have someone that is involved there and can help you all throughout the transaction. So, no, I definitely appreciate you coming on today to share some value about what you're doing and who you are. And
Absolutely.
you're not going to, guys, you're going to see him more too. We're going to have some more, collaborations with other professionals. I want to make sure everyone goes to the description, reaches out to Hikmat. You can have a conversation, look at all his socials, and if you need him for his services or to learn about more of what he's doing with fitness and how to be a better dad, we're here. That's what we want to talk about. And it's not all about business for us. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me, Shawn. Looking forward to having you and others reach out to talk about everything: real estate, family, and fitness.
Yeah, man. Guys, we hope you had a great experience. Don't forget, hit subscribe, hit the like button, take a look at a couple of these playlists that will pop up in here. And as always, I'm here to help, motivate, and inspire. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Shawn. Take care, everyone.